Hello, for this lesson we are talking about transforming formulas, okay? So, in this exercise we have three different problems here, okay? Three different formulas. In each formula there is a red variable. The goal for us is to transform this formula so that it is now written in terms of that variable. So in example 1, we have what looks like the perimeter formula for a square, where it says P equals 4S, right? So the perimeter equals 4 times the side length, okay? But we want to transform it so that it is in terms of S, so it'll say S equals something, okay? And so for this, we are going to use all of the different rules that we've learned regarding solving equations. We just, instead of using it with numbers, we're going to use it with a lot more variables than maybe we're used to. But the rules are still the same, okay? We're going to be doing different inverse operations in order to complete these problems, all right? So, number 1, we have P equals 4S. We want it to be in terms of S, so it's S equals something, okay? Well, let's look at what is paired with the S right now. Well, S is being multiplied by 4, so we need to do an inverse operation to eliminate that 4. Well, if 4 is multiplying S, then we have to divide. So we're going to divide by 4. That's going to get us, well, these 4's cancel out. We're going to just get S equals, it's going to be P over 4. And that can be our answer, right? So we have S equals something. And if we use just the basics of, an equation, if you want that red letter or that red variable first, these statements are the same. Okay, these equations are the same. Because, if this is equal to this, then I can flip them and they're going to continue to be true. So that's our answer to the first one. Remember, we're just using those inverse operations to simplify this problem. And you could have taken different steps to get there. You might have taken, tried to get that S over there right away. You might have done different steps, and that's possible. Okay? Know that there's not just one right way. That might be the quickest way, but there's more than one way. Okay? Your goal is to get the red variable alone. Okay, for number 2, well, H equals K over J. Okay, I'm not sure that this is any straight up formula or if they're just putting in variables for you here. But so we have H equals K over J. K is the variable we want to simplify it for. So, K is being divided by J, which means I need to do the inverse operation. Well, the opposite of dividing something by J is multiplying it by J. Okay? So, these J's cancel out, giving us J times H equals K. And again, if that is true, then we can write it like this if you wanted that red variable first. Okay, K equals JH or JH equals K. Okay, both of those formulas have been transformed. For this last one, it might be, it's very similar to the last one, but it is slightly more challenging because our red variable is in the denominator. Okay? Now, this one looks like this is how to find rate, right? Rate equals distance over time. All right, so, well, let's find this. One step we could do, well, we could multiply both sides by t. That would get that t out of our denominator because we definitely don't want it in the denominator. So these t's equal or cancel out. T times r equals d. Now, this one is not finished. And it's not finished because, well, the red variable was the t. So I need this t to be isolated, and right now it's multiplying r. So if t is being multiplied by r, the inverse operation of that is to divide by r. These r's cancel, leaving us t equals d over r. Okay? So, for this lesson, the key here is using those inverse operations to undo anything that's being done to that red variable. Okay? So whatever's happening, say, okay, what's happening to it? And then undo it. It might take one step, it might take 2, 3, or 4 steps, but that is your goal. Let me know if you have any questions.